Hello again and welcome to another video in my Sketchup for Schools series. In this video we are going to go through building this shape. This shape being a cog wheel type shape. It has 3 circles to worry about and then all the teeth as well, and we'll go through a couple of little details and skills to get us there. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a circle, and my circle is going to have a radius of 39 millimeters. There's my circle. You can see I've already zoomed in quite a bit. What I need to do though, you can see that it's not a perfect circle. It's actually made up of a whole bunch of little lines. Now if I click on the outside of that circle and I right click, I can get the entity info. So this tells us all I need to know about the shape I've just drawn and whatever I've got selected. So you can see here that I have 24 segments. For this particular project, I actually need 32 segments, so I'm going to change that here. So now I have a 32 segment circle. Now one of the things you can do is you can change that before you even start drawing, but I find it easier to change it in this section here. I'm going to close that down now and I have all my sections. Now to get the teeth of my cog wheel, I'm going to use the offset tool, and I'm going to pull out from this circle because I want my big circle, so that the circle the teeth make, to form a circle that has a 90 millimeter radius or diameter, sorry. So I need to pull out from this 6 millimeters to give it the correct radius. So I'm going to click, pull out that way, pull away from the circle, 6, and there I have my extra circle. I'm going to use my pen tool. So I'm going to draw a couple of lines now. So I'm going to draw a line out to the corner of one of these segments. And you can see there that I've created, if I just go across this way, I'm not actually going to create the correct sized tooth for my cogwheel. I want each of the teeth in the cogwheel to be 10 millimeters. So I'm going to go down to my measuring tape, click on the end here, and I'm going to drag it around 10 millimeters and put a guide point in. That guide point is going to make it so much easier to draw the tooth. So I'm going to go from the center again, and I'm going to go out to that guide point. I might need to zoom in so I can make sure I get there. There we go, and I've got guide point up on my screen. So there it is there. I can get rid of some of these lines. So I can get rid of this line here, and then I can get rid of the rest of the outside of this circle. And there's the tooth. Okay. So it's a little bit wonky there, but that's okay. Now, I want to replicate this tooth 15 times around my circle. So I'm going to have 16 teeth altogether. Now the best way to do that is to break it up into angles around your circle. So I know that if I come 180 degrees across, I need to have a tooth. If I go around 90 degrees, around this way 90 degrees, and then a couple around the middle. Now I've already done the mathematics on this, and I need there to be a 22.5 degree difference between each tooth. So let's have a look and see how we're going to replicate this tooth first, and then we'll show you how to do the next bit. So I need to select that whole tooth. So there it is there. I'm going to go to where the move tool is, but I actually want rotate. So I'm going to click on rotate. I'm going to find that center for rotate. And then I'm going to come across here and I'm going to click on the end point. Now I don't want to move just that tooth, I actually want to move a copy of it. So I'm going to use a command that is option. So I'm going to use the option key because I'm using my Mac. If it was a PC, I'd use control. So I'm going to go option or control, and I'm going to start moving it. Now I'm going to type in 22.5 and enter. If I get 22.5, we'll try that again. Try that one more time. Select my shape. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out as well as you'd like. Rotate. Option. You can see it's moving a copy. 22.5. Just got to be careful how you move things. And there you see it is there. Now, before I do anything else, I actually want to copy this. So the easiest way to copy this another 14 times is I'm going to type X 15 because I want 15 more of those. And it just pops it round exactly where you need it to be. Nifty little tool that. We'll go through that one more time. So, whoop, went a bit too far back. Alright, so one more time. I'm going to select the tooth. Go to the rotate tool. Find the origin because that's where we want to rotate it around. Out to the shape. Click. Option to copy. Start moving it. I want 22.5 degree of an angle. Then X for times, and I want that to happen 15 times to get all 16 teeth. Hit enter, and ta-da, we have our teeth in there. Now I can get rid of the inside circle where the teeth is, where the teeth are. Just go around with the eraser tool. Now in another video I spoke about using the hide guides in the styles section over here on the right. We can actually get rid of all of those by going into these little glasses and clicking delete all guides. And that just gets rid of them nice and easy for us. We've got no more guides on that, but we can add more if we need to. Got one more little line there to get rid of. There we go. Okay, I want my cog wheel to be 10 millimeters thick. So I'm going to head over to push pull. I'm going to bring that up 10 millimeters. And there we have that, but we have one more thing to do. Easiest way. I'm actually going to use just the circle tool and use something called, or we'll just use the guides I think today. I'm going to come straight across. You can see I'm perpendicular, I'm on the edge, and there's my midpoint. If I bring that out, that will be the center of my circle. Let's just get rid of that line, don't need that one. Midpoint. Now this inside circle is a 50 mil diameter, so we want 25 radius. I'm going to get rid of this middle guideline now. And I want this circle to match the outside, so I'm going to click on it. Right click, entity info. It's got 26 segments, but I actually want it to be 32, just like the outside. And then we can use our push-pull tool as we have done previously. Push it in, snap to an edge, creates the hole. Alright. And that's it. That's what you do to create this cogwheel. It's all it takes. So, in this particular video, we have changed how many segments are in our circle. We have used the offset, push-pull, line tools. We have even learnt how to copy parts of a drawing and recreate it multiple times, and use the rotate tool. Hopefully this video has been informative and interesting, and you've been able to successfully draw your cogwheel. One last little bit over here, we can get rid of these axes, and then your cogwheel looks a little bit nicer on the screen. Now the other thing that we can do is we can group all of these. So let's get everything together. I'm going to make this a group. Right click, enter the info, and this is going to be a group that's in the model. And we're pretty hunky-dory there. We should be pretty right with all that. And then if you wanted to 3D print it, you could. If there's a particular tool or shape you'd like to learn how to draw in Google SketchUp for Schools, please drop that in the comments below, and see you in the next video.